What's up, guys? How are you? Welcome back to another awesome video, and we're doing a sort of podcast, and here's how it's gonna work.
Yo.
Yes, and I have my friend here today,
Yeah.
who he's decided to show his face. I thought he was
I
gonna
know.
remain a recluse. You might recognize this guy because I've mentioned him a few times because of how much he requests stuff from me. So, here's how this is gonna work. It's gonna be like sort of a small, like I guess, podcast of our like 3 little topics we're gonna go into, and then we'll go down the list of which topic and everything. So our first topic is we decided to do in sort of like not rules, but we're gonna do a hypothetical death battles as our first topic. So think of death battle but with less facts and more of like hypothetically speaking, what could happen here?
Yeah.
What could go wrong? And then we'll go down the other two as we finish up and wrap up. So the hypothetical death battles will be like, okay, we'll paint the scene for this fight. I have 3, he has 3, we'll go down, see which, like, what would work, what agrees, disagrees, and then take it from there. So, I'm not going in any specific order, but let's go with my first fight is going to be Dio versus Kira. So, you already have words,
Yeah.
but I think how I think the fight should go down, or go down, is 2 ways. I feel like maybe, obviously, Dio is going to use the world on Kira and somehow just annihilate him. Or, I don't know, maybe they could pull something where maybe Kira, like, slips in, like, a bomb in Dio without him realizing, and then all of a sudden, there goes Dio, basically. Would I not be far off?
It really depends on the circumstances of the fight. I mean, as far as, like, actual advantages with abilities, if you've seen JoJo Part 4, you'll realize that, Kira's not very good against people who stop time. So,
Oh boy.
So
something I have to look forward to then.
Yeah, he doesn't have a very good track record with that. So, if like Dio like uses it immediately, and then Kira's basically done. But if he like does his evil monologues or whatever,
he'll just like whisper like "Killer Queen" and then have him like slip into Dio's body somehow Rohan. Rohan, okay.
Bites
Rohan.
the best, yeah.
Yes.
Anyway.
There you go.
But, if Dio is just gonna, like, inner monologue and
then
be
Kira
like,
has the advantage.
Yeah, if he's like, haha, I will destroy you, fool.
I'm gonna use my new stand, which has reached its full potential, and all of a sudden, Killer Queen.
Yeah, if Dio gets hit before he's in the world, then he'll probably get one shot in. But, granted, it depends on if he can, like, regenerate in time, but I don't think so. So it really is whoever one-shots the other first. But
Right.
my bet is on Dio. I feel like since this person isn't a Joestar, he's not gonna, like, do an evil monologue.
Oof.
So, that's my prediction on the fight.
Yeah, and Death Battle, if you don't come up with these, somehow we will.
Yep.
Somehow.
One day they'll have Dio in a fight. One day.
Yeah, I mean, they did have
Eventually.
that. They had that Jotaro against
Kenshiro.
Kenshiro. I totally forgot
Yeah.
his name. I was like, wait, North of the Wind, and I was like,
What?
Kenshiro.
Fist of the North Star. I know these things. Alright.
Go.
Alright.
Your next was what?
My first one is Doomsday from DC Comics versus Broly, and to be
Ooh.
clear, the Dragon Ball Super movie depiction.
Yeah,
of
because
Broly.
we're not counting the Dragon Ball Z Broly as canon.
Yeah, that's a whole different can of beans. Alright.
Alright, how do you think this will end up?
It's tricky because Doomsday can tank a lot of Broly's early attacks while he's not that angry, but when Broly's like realizing that this guy just isn't getting hurt by anything, you'll get pissed off and become progressively stronger.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really know, because I don't think anything that Doomsday can do can really kill Broly. But on the other hand, after a certain point, Doomsday will adapt and not be like really hurt by that much like energy attacks. And anything less than the planet blowing up in his face probably wouldn't kill him.
So a better fight than Hulk versus Doomsday.
Yeah, basically.
I'm sorry. I like some of the things Screw Attack has done, and then there's some that just like make no sense.
Yeah,
because they're like, let's check the fact checks here. No, it's like Nostalgia Critic when the chart says here.
Well, according to my calculations.
But I can see that happening a bit. Doomsday obviously is going to adapt. I mean, going by the movie Broly, he definitely, I feel, would be a bit reckless because even though he had some idea of who to destroy, it was still Frieza telling him, hey, do this, do that.
Yeah, Frieza would just kind of be like, hey,
Snap
see that
his
Vegeta guy?
Go kill him. But, I could see most likely Doomsday probably winning the fight somehow. Unless Broly just imaginally all of a sudden, I'm intelligent, I'm gonna whoop you into doing this.
Yeah, I mean, neither of them are gonna really, like, pull out some, like, big brain strategy, alright? They're just gonna fight.
True. More Doomsday than Broly in terms of, I guess, intellect, but I don't know.
Yeah, but, like, neither of them really are, like, smart. They're just sort of like, yeah, I'll kill you.
I love how that's your image of the characters as, yeah, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, you pesky Vegeta. You pesky Superman.
I thought you were gonna say something else. I was like, please don't say it here. Don't say it. Don't actually say it. I was joking. We have an inside joke, but forget it.
It could go either way.
Okay, so we're gonna go off less of an anime and more into like a anime versus Marvel fight with Dio versus Blade. So could there be the possibility that Blade could maybe take him out? I actually don't know. I don't want to keep saying Dio would win, but
he really likes Dio.
I actually don't, to be honest. I first love to hate the guy, and then he obviously becomes very just. It's obviously because of how much is built up to him, and it's just how like quotable he is and how fun of a villain.
Wait till you get the Diego from Part 7
I know
with the dinosaurs.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun, but. Could there be a chance for Blade to win that fight against him? Possibly. He is a half-blood, which works. So he's somewhat immortal. I forgot how Blade's logic works, but I know for a fact he's a half-blood. His mom was a vampire, and obviously his dad being the human. So, I don't know how he'd kill Dio, if he could kill Dio, but obviously maybe... if the battle goes on infinitely to the point where sunlight, basically that's the only thing I think of. If it's still like going on like an infinite midnight, like and basically stuck in like a bubble of like time, like where it's just where everything's frozen except them, then I don't know. It might be in Dio's favor because obviously he's using more of his abilities than obviously Blade has his weapons.
Well, the thing is, it's stands if you know.
You ever heard of JoJo Bizarre?
Yeah, we're gonna be talking about that a bit here.
Blame this guy here, and that's how I know of the whole, what was it? The Stardust Crusaders and the
Diamond and the all the JoJo parts.
This kid here also told me about Silent Voice and told me requested me to do half of the stuff I did. So,
yeah, basically.
So I don't know if you want to thank this guy or if you want to
curse
or curse at him.
He's turning Andrew into a weeb. Okay, slowly but surely. Anyway,
but not that big of a weeb. But go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. Anyway, the thing with that matchup is stands don't really get affected by bullets. The only thing they could really be hurt by, really, is if they're attacked by another stand directly, or something that, like, a stand did. For example, if a stand were to, like, take a stop sign and smack another one with it, it would hurt it.
Right.
But if a normal person were to take a stop sign and smack a stand, no effect.
Like a ghost effect, almost.
Yeah, and also,
Gotcha.
Stand users can't see stands, so naturally Blade wouldn't be able to see the world, and that would pose quite a problem because he would...
He'd be confused, like, invisible fists? Where is this coming from? What?
Yeah,
you know?
Blade's sunglasses would definitely break in that fight with no question.
I thought you were to say, like, his sunglasses would break Dio.
If you just take down another pair, like Albert Wesker.
that will save for another day, Wesker. Talking about Wesker. But, anyways.
Evil, yeah. Anyway, the fight would go on for a while because... nothing really in Blade's arsenal can really put Dio down for good unless if he like finds a way to like destroy his brain entirely so he can't regenerate.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think he would be able to do that. Not only because the world can just like get up in front of Dio and block the attacks directly, but also Dio can just spam his time stop ability and then just smack Blade around a lot. So it could go either way, but I'm leaning on Dio winning a battle of attrition.
Yeah, in terms of the battles I just compared, I feel like here it has more of an advantage than Blade against Dio. Yeah. Obviously.
A stand user versus another stand user would obviously be more of an even fight.
Plus Killer Queen's just awesome.
Killer Queen is great.
And speaking of, not really stands, but it's another JoJo fight.
Yeah, if you don't watch JoJo, I'm sorry, there's going to be a lot of that. The second one is Cars, the leader of the Pillarmen, versus Meruem, the king of the Chimera Ants from Hunter x Hunter. Now,
let's see this now.
This is really tricky.
Do you think the fight would be almost exact as Meruem versus Netero, except replace Netero with Cars?
Not really, because the thing is it really depends on which forms we're talking about.
Oh God!
If it's
like
Cars, Ultimate Cars, Meruem before he got nuked to the face, or after he got nuked to the face.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, he gets nuked to the face. Anyway,
just straight up nuked to the face.
Yeah, basically. Old man blows up in his face. Oh no.
Spoiler.
Oh yeah, spoilers for everything. But like, it's tricky because like, as far as like actual like physical advantages go, Meruem wins in pretty much everything. He's way faster, a lot more durable, a lot more strong. But Cars can just have people phase into him, like how Santana did, and that can essentially be Meruem's kryptonite if Cars times that correctly. They're both really smart, but I feel like Meruem is definitely a lot more tactical.
I could see that a bit.
But if Cars becomes Ultimate Cars and he can just manipulate his body and all of that, then Meruem's pretty much done because there's nothing he can really do. So it would just be an obnoxiously long fight before Meruem loses, because nothing Cars can really do anything more than scratch him. So it would just be a really long fight, to say the least.
So Meruem is basically more godlike than Cars, kind of.
Yeah, but granted, Cars can basically come back from anything Meruem can throw at him.
Yeah, especially if you've seen the Battle Tendency.
Yeah, Cars is from part 2, Battle Tendency.
Literally, Cars gets beat up by Joseph, comes back again, throws into a volcano, still comes back, boiling and burning, and somehow he said that I have another skin or something.
He's like, "Tis is just a scratch."
Tis but a scratch, and I have wings now, apparently. So that's a thing. I feel that's a tough call a bit. If we're going with like normal Cars, Meruem might have the perfect obvious strike here, where he'll even think to the point where, oh, this is gonna be too easy for myself. I might as well just rip him in half or something.
Yeah.
Ultimate Cars,
that makes it tricky. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem. Japan is known for making their characters OP.
Yeah.
To the point where they're god tier. So you don't know how these two even go out.
If Meruem doesn't one-shot Cars like immediately, and then there's also the thing where Ultimate Cars started to get Hamon.
Oh yeah, true.
So
true.
And then you have Nen. Oh, I just dropped my phone. Bro.
Good job.
You have Nen from Hunter x Hunter. So it's arguably, if like Meruem like punches Ultimate Cars and now Cars has Nen, which then Meruem's pretty much done. So. It can go either way. Before Ultimate Cars, I say Meruem has the advantage. But if it becomes Ultimate Cars, then a tie or Ultimate Cars wins.
Yeah, most likely. And then we have my final fight I think that's going to happen here is, once again, Dio versus Sephiroth.
From Final Fantasy VII, if you don't know.
I think people should be aware of Final Fantasy. I I know it's better to clarify things, but I mean, we're gonna have stuff here and there to show you guys, like, oh, that guy, oh, that person, oh.
I know that fella.
I know that reference.
I understood that reference.
I was about to say that exact meme. I was about to say, like, we throw into Captain America, like, I understood that reference.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Sephiroth against Dio. I think, if I remember correctly, although Dio could probably give him a good, like, challenge, wouldn't Sephiroth win? Or you said he would.
I think it's basically a stomp, unfortunately. So
for Sephiroth, basically.
Yeah, Sephiroth definitely has the advantage because even though he's not a stand user, he could, since like in Final Fantasy how powerful he is, he could probably see like the aura, if you will.
Yeah.
Created by the world, so he could sort of see the presence, but he can't really see it fully because
he'll still sense it, right?
But he can still sense it, so.
So almost like not to keep like pulling this back, but I guess how Kenshiro was able to see.
Yeah, kind of like how Kenshiro was able to
see Star Platinum.
Kind of see Star Platinum to an extent.
Right.
But like the thing is, it's like they both have like regenerative factors pretty much, but Sephiroth is a lot more strong. He regenerates a lot faster.
I mean that sword too.
Yeah, that sword is just like the sword's taller.
That is brutal. I've seen how brutal that sword is.
Yeah, and even though Dio can basically just spam his time stop since he's a vampire and he doesn't have stamina issues, like say with like Jotaro and his time stop where he can only use it every couple seconds. Basically, Sephiroth would eventually, after a while, find a way to overcome that, since I don't think the world's attacks would really be enough to kill him. Also, he has that solar flare. Vampires, the sun, solar flare.
True.
Close enough.
That's true. And plus, it isn't, like, I guess in some aspects, Sephiroth is like that one ultimate creation, almost god, compared to Dio. Because he is the one-winged angel. He's like a demon, basically.
Yeah, and also you can, like, make all those clones, and he can fly, and he has all these different attacks he can use. While Dio, he really just has, punching.
And I feel like, and plus, I feel like Dio would rely more on the world skills rather than his own combat.
Yeah,
and then Sephiroth actually has like a lot more martial arts combat to him. But there's that. I think it might be a full sweep for Sephiroth.
Yeah, I think Sephiroth has it in the bag. They would probably both say really edgy anime villain things.
They'll cue the one-winged angel theme. Like Dio's just like all of a sudden like in Egypt, and all of a sudden you hear the one-winged angel theme, and he like turns, and we see like the fire, and he's looking back at Dio as well. Does the iconic Final Fantasy shot.
Yeah, what if like Sephiroth is about to kill him, and then it just does a to be continued thing.
That would be perfect. Which, on a quick side note, I'm surprised there's no roundabout in Part 3 yet. I do like the Egyptian thing, though. I do love that, though. And I'm waiting for there to be, like, an SFM or something of Dio just walking like an Egyptian. I want that to happen.
Well, not to spoil anything, but there's a part where he, like, does this very Egyptian-looking walk.
Yes! And does the music play it, too, or no? Like,
no.
Subtly? Damn.
No, you just have, like, this anime villain theme blasting in the background.
It would make it so much, like, that sounds cool, but it'd make it so much better.
That'd make it really funny.
Just like you have another one Bison does playing in the back when with Killer Queen and
that would be cool if
like even if Killer Queen, like when he first appears, it plays like Killer Queen a little bit subtle in the back, like you hear that.
Yeah, it would be funny if it would be kind of cool if like they did that in Part 5 with the reveal of King Crimson. They have King Crimson.
Oh, that's a good song.
That would be pretty cool.
But back on track. Enough of this anime.
Well, unfortunately, the last matchup
is anime.
Saitama versus Goku. We had to do this matchup sooner or later.
He did. I didn't.
Anyway, it depends because if Goku just starts off with just a normal base form and just like sticks with that for a while, then he'll probably lose. But like once he starts going in like Super Saiyan Blue and Ultra Instinct, and
I was gonna say most likely if he goes into Ultra Instinct, then it's over. It's over for one planet Saitama.
Saitama wouldn't be able to hit Ultra Instinct Goku, let alone like probably like Super Saiyan God Goku.
So only at least, basically, like at a low level, Saitama would be able to take out Goku. But if he gets higher than that, then it's just a good snap of the finger.
Yeah, like everything past like Super Saiyan 2 is pretty much more than Saitama can probably handle. So, what are your opinions on the fight?
I think, like I said, if we're going into like Ultra Instinct, which I've heard a little bit about, I'm still not big into Dragon Ball, but I know of some things. I know people that like it. This is a kid I know likes it. I know too many people in the world that like Dragon Ball.
Everybody loves Dragon Ball, except for Andrew.
And not that I don't like it. It's just I have a really weird opinion about anime at first, but then there's some things I'm like, you know what, I don't mind and I actually enjoy. So, from what I know with Ultra Instinct, it'll probably wipe out basically Saitama and everything in his path. If it's like first like Super Saiyan what is it just Super Saiyan or Super Saiyan Blue?
Super Saiyan 2, that sort of lower levels of his.
Then Saitama might be able just to basically just Chuck Norris him.
Yeah, Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris against Segaton Sanshiro.
Oh yeah, Death Battle reference.
That was great.
Sega Saturn guy versus.
I mean, we're not trying to promote Screw Attack at all.
Yeah, just please sponsor us.
Don't you dare do it.
I'm watching it. Anyway,
Alright. So that's that topic we covered. If you guys had any thoughts about that, let us know. Let's go into the next topic, and the next topic we have is, since both of us here are kind of very not influential on this person's very influential on us, or he just does really great movies, and that's Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
So we figured, I already did this for like a video, and then he wanted to bring this up as a topic as well, but let's go into it. Let's just talk about what could be his 10th film again.
His final movie.
Basically, because there's also still things going on. I mean, it's not the biggest movie news right now, because there's all this other stuff with, like, I guess, Venom and whatever else. And just all that Marvel, all that DC,
those
and the
pesky superheroes.
Those pesky DC.
Martin Scorsese be like, those pesky superhero movies.
Oh, that pesky Parasite movie won Best Directing. And then Todd Phillips is just sitting there like, Parasite's overrated. And then I sent you the Quentin Tarantino's just like, motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure all of the judges at the Oscars.
Because they're plotting, they're like, good job, in their mindsets. And Scorsese's like, I've been robbed. Phillips is like, this is overrated. And then Scorsese and Quentin Tarantino just like, motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident that like Martin Scorsese is a little salty over the Oscars and not winning anything.
I mean, he is salty about Marvel movies too.
Yeah.
So let's not get into that. But apparently that's at least died down. But
yeah,
this is just like with the whole Scorsese Marvel film. The 10th Tarantino is like a died down movie news. But I figured this guy's a big fan of Tarantino, so we'll bring that up. See what you got in mind.
All right.
Anything like I would have said or not?
At this point in his career, he's not going to make the Vega Brothers movie.
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
John Travolta and Michael Madsen, they're too old for that.
I mean, you said you would want them to be like
I would
super
want that
old.
to happen.
But and here's the thing. Here's the funny part. I thought of the idea. I brought this up to him. I thought of the idea like, why don't we just like put like someone like young upcoming actors? You're just like, no, just keep them old.
No.
We'll do the Irishman way and just like de-age them.
Bring both characters back from the dead. Right?
Yeah, we'll have it be like in between like Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction. Somehow they like during the whole different like stories.
Yeah.
Somehow they met. So that who knows?
It also could. His 10th movie could also be in that one Star Trek thing he wants to do, but
I mean that'd be a weird way to end. That's the thing. Like I mean it'd be cool, but that'd be a weird way to end. It wouldn't feel right. It really wouldn't.
It's probably gonna be Kill Bill 3. Let's be real.
That makes sense. I mean it's either gonna. I think my like top probably 5 now that I'm thinking about it in my head is probably Kill Bill 3. Maybe like something involving like gangsters or mafia because he hasn't really not touched upon it, but obviously a guy like this is gonna touch upon it like a I guess not really a genre, but kind of ish.
That sort of thing.
Not really the Vega Brothers, but could it happen? No, but we'll just throw it in there just because why not? I can't remember the other 2 I had. I'm not gonna say Star Trek is my 5th one. That Killer Crow thing that could be possible.
What?
There's a thing about like I think it's a book or it's like a novel, or it's something that has to do with Inglourious Bastards called The Killer Crow or something. I remember I heard about it once, and I was kind of like, it kind of intrigued me. Or that, like, I guess, not sort of like the non, like, fictional universe, whatever thing, like that third trilogy. Like, you know how, obviously, like, in terms of the historical movies, it's like there's that third movie missing. Like how Inglourious Bastards was in the 40s, Django Unchained was in a different time era. There's still that third era piece missing.
Well, he made The Hateful Eight. That can count as a period piece.
I guess, but if it's not, I guess, clarified or confirmed, then maybe that could be one, like a third one, maybe in a different time period, like maybe the Soviet Union? I don't know. I really don't know. I can't think of anything in terms of what could be like a different time era. Maybe that's the only thing I think of. Cold War or something way, way off. What do you got?
Honestly, at this point, I'm not sure if he's going to make a period piece anymore because he made Inglourious Bastards, so he already made his war movie.
True.
He made Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which is like his...
I was about to say oof.
Oof.
I was like, wait a minute. You were the one that was like, it's okay, and then later on you're like, it's great. Like,
I mean, it was an alright first impression. I appreciated it over time, but
exactly.
he already made that kind of movie. He made enough gangster movies with, like, Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs,
That's
Jackie
true,
Brown.
I guess. I guess those count. They don't feel like mafia, like Godfather, but yeah.
Like street gangsters. Sort of
yeah,
thing.
more like street than the actual Italian mob.
He already made 2 westerns, so that's probably out of the question.
Mm-hmm. It might just be Kill Bill 3.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Kill Bill 3. I mean,
it wouldn't probably feel right either, but it'd feel like a better like picture to end than Star Trek.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
It'd be weird. It'd be so weird. Quentin's just like, I did a Star Trek movie. I'm happy. Goodbye.
Rated R Star Trek movie.
I mean, that
Samuel
sounds.
Jackson plays Spock.
I mean, that does sound a bit cool. What was it? I saw it was like posters. It was like, I'm trying to remember what they were. It was, I think, Jamie Foxx. No, it was Christoph Waltz that was Captain Kirk, and then Samuel Jackson was Spock, I think. I can't remember them.
I would pay big money to have Sam Jackson play Spock. But,
yeah, Zachary Quinto, who?
Sam Jackson is Spock. We gotta have that one day.
Yeah, actually, speaking of Sam Jackson for a second, that Spiral movie trailer with Chris Rock and him.
Wait, what movie?
There's a trailer I saw one time, I think recently. It was like, it had like Chris Rock is like a obviously an officer, and they're like investigating this thing about like there's like kids being murdered or people were getting killed through like torture or something, and I'm like, okay, where is this going? And I guess it's a Saw movie. And then at the end, it's a Saw movie apparently. Another Saw. Like it just like it first said Spiral. It was just called Spiral. I saw the trailer. It just said Spiral. But then I guess in the trailer, it's the actual trailer. It said Saw Spiral or something.
If we can get another Saw movie like Saw 2 and have Sam Jackson in it, that would be like.
Sam Jackson actually is in it, and he says, "Time to play the game, motherfucker." And I'm like,
all right.
I was like, okay, that was actually not too bad. I was like, Sam Jackson, Chris Rock. I was like, that sounds like a good movie. But then it's Saw, and then even Chris Rock's even in the same room in Saw 1 with like he's like got the saw and he's tied up the handcuff and everything. I'm like,
saw that coming. Got him.
And you guys thought I was pretty bad.
I actually it's comedy.
I don't know if that is comedy.
I don't know. I'm guessing.
I don't know.
People are laughing.
In
really
your head. The people in your head are laughing hard. He starts playing the Seinfeld theme.
Alright. Sounds about right. Anyway, so Tarantino's 10th movie is probably Kill Bill 3, let's be real here.
Yeah, I mean, could he pull something original out of his hat? Sure. But it might be Kill Bill 3.
He can make a horror movie. He kind of wanted to do that for a while. And then he's like, I'm not sure if I want to do it, but...
That was something I was trying to think of. I knew it was like, thinking in my head, I was like, what other ones did I say? And I was like, damn, man, I want to say horror movie as well. That'd be a great one, too.
But that would be weird, because if he made if Quentin Tarantino were to make a horror movie, it would basically be Evil Dead. It would be very,
I mean, that would be kind of fun. I mean, it'd be kind of gory fun, but would it be like, more like Evil Dead or From Dusk Till Dawn? Or exactly like From Dusk Till Dawn?
Because like the game?
The movie. George Clooney and Quentin Tarantino. That
I thought you were
one.
talking about Until Dawn for a
No, I
second.
said From Dusk Till Dawn.
Oh, the vampire
yes,
movie. Yeah,
that with Selma Hayek, and we saw.
Well, that was an action movie more than anything, but
I mean, I don't know if that's considered horror, but if people want to go down that route, sure. But
I mean, all right. Until Dawn, Dusk Till Dawn, very different.
yeah, that's totally a different game and totally different franchise.
Yeah. Anyway, if you were to make a horror movie, it would probably be very Sam Raimi-esque. You know, at this point, he would probably get Bruce Campbell in it.
Purposely get Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, purposely get
and
Bruce
then once Sam Raimi hears about this, he'll take over the project and
Yeah.
make it. He'll call it. You know what? It's not gonna be called like whatever.
Evil Dead 4.
No, why? No. Here's how it'll go down. Tarantino will have this genius title that's like really cool, like sounds awesome, like a really interesting movie, like Reservoir Dogs or even Pulp Fiction. And then next thing you know, Sam Raimi hears about Bruce Campbell's involved. He purposely gets Tarantino fired. And then Sam Raimi steps in the project, goes, you know what? Scratch Evil Dead 4.
Robopocalypse. Alright.
Ash is like half cyborg.
I want to see, like, alright, you know how, like, Army of Darkness is in, like, medieval times?
Yes.
I want to see, like, a Wild West movie with Bruce Campbell. Like,
That's not
but
bad.
it's like that one Red Dead Redemption DLC where they're, like, zombies. Yeah.
That's a good one to call out.
Yeah, that could work. Who knows?
Sam Raimi, don't actually take these ideas. Even
Unless if you pay us.
I mean, you could pay us. I did throw in the idea of like Marvel maybe paying me to talk about this stuff. That I don't know if you saw one video I said. I was like, Marvel, you know, you never know.
These days we'll get sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends sooner or later. The most ambitious mobile RPG of 2019. Yep, got him. Anyway,
you know you're out of ideas when your sponsorship is not JonTron. When you're JonTron and you're thinking Raid Shadow Legends sounds good. When we need money and we might live out in a cardboard box.
it's just like a Metal Gear Solid. I'm in this cardboard box. Anyway. The third topic we were going to talk about.
We're going to go into not specific comics, but just comics in general.
The state of comics.
Because we're big comic fans. I'm a big comic fan. I don't know about this guy's a comic fan. You're a fan.
I'm
not a fan.
Marvel man.
I'm a Marvel fan.
A reference to one of his videos.
This guy, yeah.
That was a weird opening to a video, Andrew.
It was something at least because people were probably like you were like, hey, that's quite an intro. That's quite a catchy quote right there. Because now you're caught on to it. Yeah. He even told me, aren't you a DC fan? I was like, yes, I'm a DC fan.
Are you a DC man?
Yes, I'm a DC man. I know I wear more Marvel than DC, but still, I do own a lot of good DC stuff.
Anyway,
but,
I'm not.
But which speaking of DC and Marvel and all that stuff, I own good stuff, and why is that important? Because a lot of the good stuff I own is actual good stuff from Marvel and DC.
He's flexing right now, if you haven't noticed.
I'm leading this to somewhere actually legit because like think about it, like some of the older stuff, like you got like Civil War, Death in the Family, The Killing Joke, even the Watchmen novel, and you know, let's just say those 4 for now, or 3 or 4 for now. Those were great issues and great stories to tell. And it seems like Marvel and DC kind of don't feel as strong. Yeah, I will give them credit for their DC like rebirth because it's better than their New 52.
Oh.
Let's not
it's not a very high bar to do
It's a bar at least.
Yeah, it's a bar.
It's some bar to set up. But
I mean, New 52 was like
it was some things it had potentially good, but
it was mostly pretty bad.
Yeah. One thing I actually did like was the death of the family, like with the Teen Titans stuff. That was interesting. I was kind of like, this really got like totally twisted, and it kind of brought us like that, not really famous, but kind of like the image of like Joker stitched like his face out, literally, like he took his face off, literally, face off reference.
Huh, Face Off. John Travolta.
John Woo, Nicolas
You
Cage.
shouldn't
Next
do
review.
that.
I actually was about to say that.
Face Off is like my favorite bad movie ever. It's awesome.
It really is. But next to I keep forgetting. I forgot to tell you this the other day or the other past few days was I just lost it. What was it? Give me a second. It'll come to me. The Nicolas Cage, Steve Buscemi, John Malkovich.
Weird cast of actors you got.
I can't remember what was the name of the movie. I totally forgot it. It was so good. It's so hilarious. Cameron Poe, long hair, Nicolas Cage.
I have no idea what this man is talking about.
Oh, god damn it. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Let me see your phone for a second. This is a brief intermission, and this is where this is where we have our sponsorship. This is where we should have plugged in our sponsorship right here. Just go to Nick Cage movies. I can't think of it. Or go to either Nick Cage movies or go to like literally oh my gosh. Either if you can't find it, I was gonna say go to like Doug Walker to the Channel Awesome. He literally did that like 2 weeks ago.
Con Air.
Con Air! Yes! I wanted to say Con Air because Steve Buscemi was in it.
Never seen it.
It's funny.
I
It's
avoid
really
Nick Cage
great.
at all costs.
It's really great, honestly.
Anyway.
Except for Face Off.
Face Off is
It's an
my favorite
exception.
Nick Cage movie.
Somehow it's an exception. But yeah, I couldn't think of Con Air for a second. But yeah, with that sponsorship and with that like little intermission, let's get back to everything.
Anyway,
Comics. So yeah, there needs to be something. I don't know what they can come up with, but doesn't sound too good, especially DC right now.
Yeah, especially DC.
DC next year has got like this whole weird thing where they're basically doing another Crisis, and yeah, well, Crisis on Infinite Earths was great. The Crisis on Two Earths was fantastic, especially the anime movie was awesome. But this Crisis doesn't feel as good because this is where they're like, okay, we're gonna really get rid of characters, and then they're gonna really change it into not something I don't know if you guys want, and I don't think it's something we want, to be honest. Because we're gonna have not Luke Fox or Lucius Fox as Batman, but like an African-American Batman, and that's fine, but it just kind of feels weird going from like basically a Caucasian male to now he's a different skin, because basically...
Didn't they have an event literally called Identity Crisis?
Yes.
And it was like really bad or something?
I mean...
That's what I heard.
I thought Identity Crisis was alright.
I mean, when it's literally called Identity Crisis.
Well, I have the book. I actually read it. It was pretty good, but except for one little thing. The twist at the end's kind of a bit like anticlimactic. It's like,
what's the twist? Spoiler.
Spoilers. So somehow, I don't know why, I forgot why Elongated Man's wife was the one that did all whatever this weird stuff.
Was she the villain?
Not really the villain. There was this whole thing, if I remember correctly, that people had their memories lost, or people were getting murdered, or something, and apparently it was Elongated Man's wife.
That sounds worse than Ultimatum. Marvel did in like, what, the 90s? 2000?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, yeah, it was like, don't read it.
just don't. But yeah, other than that, it was cool, but then that was really weird for me, because I was like, wait, because here's a Elongated Man going, wait, wife, I forgot her name was, I thought you were dead, and she's like, no. And I don't remember, like, she had this whole thing where it's like, I faked my death, or this happened, or that happened, and I did this because of this. And it's like, what?
Did you die? Unfortunately, yes. But I lived. Like that one meme.
Oh, yes, I know. You're probably wondering how I got in this situation. Rewind's time.
It started in 1989. I was a junior in high school.
I always wanted to be a gangster.
Cue music.
Slams car door, opens up to the bar.
Yeah.
Goodfellas, am I right?
Goodfellas, if you didn't understand that reference.
But yeah, it's so weird. But other than that, this Crisis sounds really. This is just really worse, because now you go from not only there's that, but the whole like change in skin tone, and it's like almost like not like white. I don't know how you want to call it.
It's kind of like
I don't want to throw shade, but there's like one thing I want to say in particular, but then I don't want to say it.
Didn't they didn't like Marvel do a thing over the past couple of years where like they would like have all these different characters take up different heroes' identities, like Jane Foster.
Yeah,
Thor,
but
I think.
Yeah, but that's a different story. But this is like literally changing like Bruce Wayne as a different like skin
Oh,
tone.
so it's not like different people.
No,
so
no,
they
no,
do-
no. That's why I said it's not Luke Fox or Lucius Fox being Batman. Unless I'm wrong, I might be wrong on that. If you guys have that info, give us some sort of like fact check on
yeah,
that.
it's fact check.
Basically, we need a fact checker. I need a higher fact checker. But if that's the case, if Luke Fox or Lucius Fox is gonna be Batman, fine.
Yeah,
that sounds
that
cool.
could be
That
fun.
sounds cool. I mean, Luke Fox was Batwing, so that was awesome. Lucius Fox is just he's Lucius Fox. He's cool. So
I only know him
there's
from
that.
Gotham. I can't say anything.
I mean, he's good. Like you never saw. Oh right, you're not a big fan of the Dark
I'm
Knight
not a
trilogy.
DC person.
No, I know, but I mean, you might like him in like the games, like the Arkham games.
Well, I played the Arkham game, but
he was
I
fun,
don't
and
remember
he's
very
a
much.
bit kind of like interesting in the comics, obviously, and then you have Morgan Freeman in the Dark Knight trilogy.
Wait, that was supposed to be Lucius Fox?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was.
Who'd you think it was?
I don't know, just Morgan Freeman. Why would you not have Morgan Freeman be like your like computer guy? I mean,
He's,
if I could, I would.
Sure.
Have Morgan Freeman be my computer guy.
I mean, if we could pay him enough, we could. He could be our fact checker.
Possible.
He could be our fact checker.
Yeah, Morgan Freeman.
He's just there like, listen,
You know, Morgan
yeah.
Freeman.
But we're not gonna do that now. I know a guy who can do a good Lucius Fox. I mean, not Lucius Fox, Morgan Freeman impression, but we're not gonna go there.
Who?
No, it's not someone I know personally, but
Maybe
I've seen
like
on
Jaden
YouTube.
or something.
No, it's someone like on YouTube, like an actual YouTuber, like John Flickster.
I don't
I'll
know.
point him out to you one day. You'll be like, oh, that guy.
I watch very few YouTubers.
But Lucius Fox would be cool. Sounds like if that's the case. If it's not the case, then that's just really hard to really like comprehend. I guess. I don't know. And then on the top of all that, you have and besides Wonder Woman being no longer like Diana, it's gonna be like Cassie. I think her name is
Wait.
Wonder Girl.
They're
That one-
changing Wonder Woman?
Yeah, they're changing literally Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman.
Well, what's Superman gonna be now?
Gay, like basically gay Superman,
Gay Superman.
like gay Superboy. Ish.
Wait, what?
I kid you
Superboy
not.
was gay this whole time.
No. I'm saying like they're doing like
What a twist.
they're making him. I think they're just either he's just gonna be Superman or he's gonna be like younger, but he's still gonna be Clark Kent and he's
Are they gonna-
now gay.
Well, then what's gonna happen with Lois Lane? Is she just like written out this entirely?
That's the other thing I don't know about, and that kind of is like it's weird, and it's weirder when like you have that, but you have that Wonder Girl. Remember Wonder Girl from Teen Titans, blonde hair, like the
Yeah.
comics.
Yeah.
She is gonna be Wonder Woman, and that doesn't really fit. Like you go from basically this like very independent like
What happened to
self.
Flash?
I don't know. I think Flash is just gonna be Flash.
Goes
It's just-
back to Wally West again.
It might be. Maybe it might Bart Allen, but I don't think that's gonna really save this new DC comics. Really, I don't know what it's gonna be called. And they're gonna kill Tim Drake. I think
They're gonna kill Tim Drake?
there's a rumor that they might kill Tim Drake because here's the thing.
Why?
Because here's the thing. So, I told you about Dan Dino. He hates
yeah,
Robin.
The
So-
DC guy?
yeah, the DC hater. He hates Robin, and I know this for a fact because of how much I've seen this one dude talk about how much he hates Dan Dino and how much Dan Dino hates Robins. So, anyways,
Those pesky Robins.
basically, this guy hates Robins. He killed Dick Grayson and many times before. Tried to kill him. Made him Agent Grayson. If you hate the Agent Grayson comics, then that's the reason why that's that. He made him try to make him a Talon. All this other stuff. So, kind of take that guy as like. No, I'm not telling you to go. I'm not telling you to go like basically at him at Twitter or something.
Bro, why do you hate Tim Drake?
But
What did Tim Drake do to you?
But he just hates Robins. So here's the thing: they never clarify that Tim Drake would die. But here's the thing: the only rule in a crisis is the Robins are not the ones to go. But here's the thing:
That's the only rule? Wait, what?
I guess the rule is that you can't kill a Robin. So the Robin So Tim Drake's not a Robin right now. He's apparently called the Duck, which is
The
really.
Duck?
I'm not even joking. This is what they came up with.
Darkwing Duck?
Darkwing Duck, yes. Tim Drake is Darkwing Duck. He would work as a Darkwing Duck.
No,
But anyways,
we need a Nightwing, Darkwing Duck
crossover. We need a Batman and Darkwing. What do you mean?
No, but like, it's just like Tim Drake, and he's just like walking in the street and he sees Darkwing Duck, and he's like, "What the hell have I been smoking?"
What?
And then that's the end of the issue.
Why would that happen? And we all no. It's either that or it's like some sort of illusion Mysterio pulls.
You have like Howard the Duck and
Yes.
Duckception.
The Duckverse. Into the Duckverse. With Howard the Duck, Darkwing, and Daffy. And Donald.
Have you seen that one crossover DC did with KFC? And they had like Colonel Sanders.
What?
And yeah, okay, so hear me out. There's this one time where DC did a crossover with KFC, the fast food place, the chicken place, and like, Colonel Sanders becomes a Green Lantern.
What?
Yes.
Why?
And in one of these issues, there's like all these different alternate universe Colonel Sanders, and he fights all of them. We need like that, but it's also with just ducks. With all.
Oh yeah, what's his name? That one Green Lantern duck.
There's a Green Lantern duck?
Yes, there is. Yes, there is. I can't remember his name. I just forgot it. Yeah, but we'll have him in the Duckverse. We'll have Duck Dodgers in it too.
Yeah, all of them.
We'll have all those ducks. But anyways, so no joke, Tim Drake apparently, even though he was Red Robin, and that was sort of like his way of saying like, hey, I want to be my own like character, my own person, my own like hero in a way. He still decides, you know what? Red Robin's, I guess, apparently not good enough for him, so he goes as the Duck.
The Duck. Duck Man.
Look it up, the Duck. Like
boy.
Tim Drake or DC, whatever it is, look it up.
You know, like,
I'm not making this up whatsoever. So here's the so-called speculation or rumor that since Tim Drake is the Duck, Dan Dido could basically go in the room where they're writing Crisis and go, you know what? I could kill Tim Drake.
Finally.
No!
My dream
Don't
has been
do
realized.
that!
That'd be funny if they did that. That would be.
I swear! Because then you'd be writing off like a really great Robin.
What if they just like killed off everyone?
Killed
and
off
that's just the end of DC. DC
Comics.
goes bankrupt.
I mean, Marvel almost did back in like the 70s.
90s?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But they came back with I forgot what they did that brought them up to like the high
I don't know.
priority.
Stan Lee
there.
did some magic and.
Yeah, he sprinkled his little he
yeah.
sprinkled his little like magic dust, his Stanley dust.
Yeah.
He realized he was at hiatus and he goes to see Jack Kirby stuff. He's like, so Jack, what's going on? He reads like something name a Marvel comic that didn't do so well. Just name it.
I don't know, like anything that came out in the past 5 years didn't do well.
Sure. He goes, oh no, sprinkles on the dust. Makes it better.
Yeah.
Although I actually do want to read I think it's the Infinite Wars from Marvel, and I'm curious
I
about
read
the...
Secret Wars, the one that came out a couple years ago.
That was good. Because Secret Wars is Secret Wars.
Nazi.
Oh, the Secret Empire you meant.
Secret Empire.
That was
that's
good.
What I meant,
That was
yeah.
interesting. I know it's kind of weird for people, but I kind of think that's kind of a bit interesting
Yeah, it
in
was
a
weird.
dark, twisted way. Because obviously it's taking like Boy Scout over here, making him like secret evil.
Yeah, he's
Like
I'm a fascist now.
like secret evil like via Vader almost or something.
Yeah, that was a weird Marvel event.
It's kind of weird, but I guess interesting.
Didn't like
Because
Black Widow die in that event and then got
Yes.
brought back like 2 weeks later or something?
I think so. Someone died, but I remember that. But I thought but if you're talking Secret Wars, that's great, and that was like
Secret
years
Wars,
ago. Secret Empire was interesting.
Yeah.
Now the Infinite Wars, it's kind of like weird and whacked up, but I might read it. Who knows?
What
And
do you-
then there's also the Dark Knight Who Laughs or something. I don't know about that
the
one.
Batman Who Laughs, the DC.
They have that thing where like basically it's like the metal novel or whatever it's called, where like you have Batman's like literally like medieval like punk look, like very
Why DC?
and he's the Joker. Like you'll have to pull it up later or something, but literally it's, you know, they'll probably put a picture right here at one point, so
Yeah,
that
something
works.
like that.
So very like heavy metal, like almost like a rock band looking, but he's the Joker. I don't know. It's I've
What are
heard
they
good.
smoking?
I've heard good. I've heard good. I've heard bad, but I don't know. So I really don't know. But I do like the. I don't think this has anything to do with it, but I think. No, I'm thinking of a different story. There's like a Justice League Metal where they're like where Batman has like medieval, like they're all wearing like these different armors, like Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman, Flash. Flash is like Red Death. Batman's a different alias and all these other things and stuff like that. That's actually cool. This weird like Knight Who Laughs kind of is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Whatever. I heard that Marvel and DC are about to do a crossover.
Again?
Yeah, where it's like my friend sent me this where they're this
The
panel.
comics?
Yeah, in the comics, not the MCU.
I was gonna say because James Gunn's trying to push that. Because he's like,
Maybe
yeah, I
one
did,
day.
because James Gunn's like, yeah, I just worked on Suicide Squad or The Suicide Squad. Sorry, and then he's doing Guardians 3, so he's like, could
It's
it
not
happen?
Alien, it's Aliens. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, there's gonna be like Green Lantern, Flash, Thor. I know those three are gonna be in here, but it's a handful of superheroes from both sides. But it's not like Batman, Superman, Iron Man sort of thing. It's
like the big like.
It's like the guys
Trinity.
right below them,
Right,
like Green
right.
Lantern, Thor, that sort of thing.
Is it the same for the Avengers? Like, it's not gonna be like Hulk, Captain America, and Iron Man, and it's not gonna be Thor. I mean,
Thor is
Batman,
gonna be
Superman,
involved.
Wonder Woman.
Something
So you
like
have
that.
so you have everybody else except those three.
It's a handful of like A-list heroes from both sides, and they're gonna do this crossover in the next couple months. I
I
think.
might have to look into that because this is the
I
first
heard
time
about
hearing
this
this.
the other day, and I'm like, hey.
I mean, could it happen at this point? I don't know because obviously
Possible.
things are different now. Like back in the day when they actually did the Marvel's DC event, that could have happened because it wasn't that many like issues. But now there's a lot more obviously money involved. That would be the thing, and there'd be a lot more rights involved. I feel like the 90s and 80s they were a little bit like, well, we'll figure out something, and they're kind of like, they threw a bit spits here and there, like, oh, I don't like this, I don't like you, or however the argument went, but they decided they still did it anyways. They're like, okay, this one's gonna be harder to do, because it almost feels impossible, kind of like taking like Marvel's DC movies, like a crossover with,
that'll never happen.
like that's what this comic feels like. But if it's happening, sure, if I'll have to believe it to see it to believe it. If it's good.
Yeah, they teased it in both.
It could happen
Thor
because
comic and like a Flash comic. I think they had a teaser in both a Marvel comic and a DC issue. So.
Well, if it happens, that'd be great because then we have more plethora of characters that can maybe throw down somehow. Like.
Or get this.
Everybody
Marvel
dies.
and DC can make a original character.
And create that from the Marvels versus DC.
That could happen. They can make an original character. That would be really hard for them to do, but they can do it.
Well, what do you mean? Like in
like
this,
an
in
actual original character.
Right, but in this crossover or outside this crossover?
It can come out from like the end of the crossover.
Because if you're going towards a crossover thing, that could be interesting.
Who can be in both DC Comics and Marvel Comics.
Ooh.
That could be something.
Nah.
It doesn't have to be like a cosmic character.
It could be just your average like spider kid.
Average Joe.
Average Joe.
Yeah.
Joe
Swanson from Family Guy.
I think it was Ron Swanson.
Ron Swanson from Parks and Rec. Anything works.
we'll even heck. You're probably not gonna get this, but my character could probably make that crossover.
What?
My Lego character in those videos I made.
Andrew, people don't watch your Lego videos.
Okay, whatever. My OC from DC Universe Online.
My original Sonic character, Cold Steel the Hedgehog.
What the hell?
Trust me, that character doesn't.
What
exist.
the hell? Oh my god.
I don't make Sonic OCs, I swear, on my life. Alright.
He's got some stashed somewhere.
No. I only make OC characters for stuff when I'm doing D&D.
Nice.
That's it.
Yeah, this nerd here plays D&D
I play
stuff.
D&D. I'm a nerd.
The typical nerd. And speaking of which, we just did a play on D&D. But we can't sponsor that because that's self-sponsoring.
Wait, what?
I said, speaking of D&D, we just did a play on D&D.
Wait, I lost my train of
She
thought.
kills monsters, my dude.
Oh, play on. I thought you meant like a play on word.
No.
Anyway, for some context,
We're just throwing this in just for fun because we're kind of like we're basically kind of done, so we're just throwing this for fun. We like 2 months ago, a couple months ago, did a play. It literally was about Dungeons and Dragons.
It was about Dungeons and Dragons, and I just started a D&D campaign the other day, and I found out that Orcus from the play is like an actual person in D&D. I'm like, what?
Why'd you?
Like, usually when I do, like, D&D, it's, like, basically, like, different because it's based off of, like, a certain franchise of sorts.
I don't go off this franchise. I go off the real stuff, which is
The real D&D, 5e, 3.5.
Yeah, whatever Michael said.
There's, like, 5 editions, I think. Wait.
Really?
I don't know.
Is there more than that? Actually, I know this sounds pretty old, but I'm gonna bring this up just for fun. Did you guys actually do that? Like, go to the D&D thing trip they were supposed to do at the mall or something? No.
If for some context, our high school when we were doing this play about
We were supposed to do D&D.
They were supposed to do this thing where we were gonna go to a comic book shop or something and do D&D.
And actually watch this happen.
But we were just that didn't happen because theater kids doing D&D is like
it's a rare sight to see.
I never want to see that ever. That would be so cringe. Anyway.
But
that didn't happen.
We're just doing this just for fun because we're kind of basically done with our topics. But if you want to see another podcast like this, you want to see different topics, let me know. You can't. Well, I mean, you could let him know, but he doesn't really have a YouTube channel because he's too of a normie. Because he's too much of a normie.
Normie. I don't do YouTube.
Basically, even though you kind of would work as a YouTuber.
No, not really.
I feel like because I said to you about what if you just did movies out of context, like reviews out of context.
Yeah, I would like describe the plot of Star Wars, but I only use like religious names. So like Qui-Gon is like
Jesus. And then Obi-Wan Kenobi is Jesus too, and then Darth Maul is Satan.
Yeah, Yoda's Buddha. I think it would work. Who would Jar Jar be?
Who would? Oh God.
Lucifer? Wait, no.
No,
Satan's
that wouldn't work because that would mean Darth Maul and
Maul.
Maul would be related. No, you know what? One person literally went to me when I went to I was going to a PHSC open house tour. One of the guys there literally said to me about like, oh, Jar Jar actually became a Sith Lord. I was like, why? I was like, why you bring this up? He's like, he grabbed the lightsaber and he like beat his dad up, and next thing you know he drops it and fumbles it like a klutz. I was like, that actually happened.
Jar Jar beats his dad to death with a lightsaber.
I was like, that actually happened. I was like, I'm sitting there like, I was like, oh.
Legends can be a little wacky sometimes.
Yeah, but. No, I prefer that there's a video of it's like Jar Jar hits the Millennium Falcon. It's Harrison Ford. He just goes, "Get off my plane!" Throws him off.
That would be amazing. I can't see that.
I will send you it. It's hilarious, honestly.
Anyway, just leave suggestions.
That's pretty just about it. Don't forget to like and comment, subscribe, and make sure you ring that bell to be notified.
Smash that like button.
Basically, yes, and make sure you ring that bell to be notified and everything, all the funness. Whether I do this as a joke or not, I will take your suggestion for Face Off, but I will do a review before that. I have something in mind for one review I want to get into, so I'll save that. I'm doing some gaming stuff still. I'm gonna still leave you suggestions for top 10s, for reviews, anything like that. There's nothing really you can catch this kid on. I'll throw like links in the description of like all the videos he's suggested, and it gives you an idea of like, oh, this kid, and oh yeah, that one kid that was DDD in Smash Bros.
Oh yes, I am the DDD man.
Who I got too full of myself and said, yeah, I'm totally gonna win this.
Close.
I know. I think I'm a little bit better with my cloud. I'm still a bit rusty.
We need to do another Smash tournament, Andrew.
Well, I'll have to see and get a hold of Jaden about that. We were supposed to do one like in winter break, but that never happened because the thing was, his idea was real quick. His idea, Jaden T Inc. Wanted to do it like this big thing where we would hang out the entire night playing Smash Bros. Like do this whole big stream, and it just didn't occur. And I'm not throwing him under the bus. I'm just kind of saying stuff happens, unfortunately, people. So. Like with my channel, like some things kind of haven't been edited, and some things are now getting edited, so things happen. So, thanks for watching, guys, and thanks for appearing here.
Yo.
And we'll see you next time.